Welcome, dear friend, to this quiet harbor we create together. Just for a moment, allow the noise of the world to fade, like the distant sound of waves receding from the shore. You can simply be here, now.
And as you settle into this space, I invite you to take a slow, deep breath. Inhale peace, and as you exhale, release the tension you may be carrying. We are here to talk about storms. Not just the ones we see in the sky, but the ones that rage within the heart, the mind, and the spirit.
That's right, Milton. We all know them. The sudden squalls of bad news, the long drizzling seasons of doubt, the hurricane winds of loss or fear that threaten to tear us from our moorings. It can feel as if you are in a small boat tossed on a vast, dark ocean.
And in that moment, it's so easy to feel alone, isn't it? To look at the size of the waves and feel the smallness of your vessel. The great King David, a man of immense faith, knew this feeling intimately. He cried out in his Psalms, "Save me, O God, for the waters have come up to my neck." He didn't pretend the storm wasn't real. He named it. He faced it.
And that is our first step together, acknowledging the storm, not with fear, but with awareness. See the clouds gathering in your life. Feel the wind of uncertainty on your skin. Hear the thunder of your worries. Don't fight it. Simply notice it, just as a wise captain notices a change in the weather.
Exactly. Because pretending the storm isn't there doesn't make the sea calm. Solomon, the wisest of kings, taught that there is a season for everything, a time to weep and a time to laugh. By acknowledging the season of the storm, you give yourself permission to seek shelter, to find your anchor.
Let's find that anchor now. I want you to recall a story of Jesus and his disciples on the Sea of Galilee. A furious storm came up, and the waves swept over the boat. The disciples, experienced fishermen, were terrified. They thought they were going to drown.
Feel the rocking of that boat for a moment. Feel the cold spray of the water. Hear the panic in the disciples' voices. And now, see Jesus. Where is he? He is in the stern, sleeping on a cushion, completely at peace in the very heart of the chaos.
This is the first secret to unshakable hope. The peace is not in the absence of the storm. The peace is a presence within the storm, and that presence is available to you right now. I invite you to place your hand over your heart.
And with every beat of that heart, and with every breath you take, I want you to anchor this feeling of profound calm. Just as Jesus slept in the boat, there is a part of you, a deep, divine center that can remain at peace. Breathe in and feel that quiet stillness spreading from your heart outwards. Breathe out and let the panic recede. This breath is your anchor.
Whenever the winds of life begin to howl, you can return to this anchor, your breath, a simple, physical act connected to a deep spiritual truth. The peace of God is with you, not somewhere out there after the storm passes, but right here in the boat with you.
Now, let's build upon that peace. Solomon didn't just write about wisdom, he was a master builder. He built a magnificent temple, a house for God. And Jesus spoke of a wise man who built his house upon the rock. When the rains came down and the streams rose, that house stood firm.
Your inner life is that house, and hope is not something you simply find, it is something you build. What are the stones you can use? Think of a time in your past when you overcame a challenge. It doesn't have to be monumental. A time you were afraid but acted anyway. A time you showed kindness when it was difficult. See that memory now. Feel the strength you had then. That is a stone, a solid, real piece of your history. Now think of another, a moment of unexpected joy, a person who showed you love, a truth you learned that changed you. That is another stone. David did this before he faced Goliath. He didn't focus on the size of the giant. He remembered the lion and the bear he had already defeated.
We are building your house on the rock of remembrance. Your past victories, your answered prayers, the love you have known. These are not just memories, they are the very foundation of your resilience. Let's lay them now, one by one. Feel the solid ground beneath your feet. This is your rock.
And what holds these stones together? Gratitude. The simple act of saying thank you. Thank you for the breath in my lungs. Thank you for the lessons in the struggle. Thank you for the strength I didn't know I had. Gratitude is the mortar that makes your foundation unshakable. It transforms scattered memories into an impenetrable wall of faith against the winds of despair.
Now, inside this house you have built, you find a different perspective. Jesus, when he awoke in that boat, didn't just calm the storm. He first asked his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" He was shifting their focus from the size of the storm to the source of their strength.
Unshakable hope is a choice of focus. You can fix your eyes on the waves crashing over the bow, or you can fix your eyes on the one who has power over the waves. In your own life, you can focus on the problem, letting it grow larger and larger in your mind. Or you can shift your gaze to your anchor, to your rock, to the presence of peace within.
So let's do that. Bring to mind the storm you are facing now. See it, acknowledge it. And now, gently, lovingly, shift your focus. Turn your inner gaze toward that quiet, sleeping presence within you. Breathe deeply, and as you do, feel that inner peace expand, creating a space of calm around the problem.
Notice how the problem doesn't necessarily vanish, but its power over you diminishes. The storm may still be raging, but you are no longer tossed about by it. You are in your house, built on the rock, secure. You are in the boat, but you are aware of the calming presence that is with you. This is hope in action.
Hope is the deep, quiet knowing that the dawn will come. It is not the absence of darkness, but the unwavering belief in the light. It is a seed, buried in the cold, dark earth of your struggle, that knows with absolute certainty that it will one day reach for the sun.
And this journey of cultivating hope is a daily practice. It's a muscle you strengthen. Each time you choose to breathe and connect with that inner peace, you are strengthening your faith. Each time you remember a past victory, you are reinforcing your foundation. As we prepare to bring our time together to a close, hold on to these images: the anchor of your breath, the house built upon the rock of your own proven strength, the calming presence within your boat. These are not just metaphors, they are tools for your soul.
Carry them with you. When the winds pick up later today or tomorrow, you will know what to do. You will know how to find your center. You are not a helpless victim of life's storms. You are a builder. You are a vessel carrying a sacred peace.
If this time of reflection and building has resonated deep within your spirit, we invite you to continue this journey with us. To receive this kind of guidance daily, subscribe to our channel, Faith in 10 Minutes, and let us walk with you as you build your unshakable hope.
And for our friends who listen and pray in Portuguese, the same invitation is extended to you. We are building this global house of hope together. Find us and subscribe to Fé em 10 Minutos to receive your daily stone, your daily mortar for the soul.
Now, take one final deep breath. Inhale the unshakable hope you have built here today. And as you exhale, send a prayer of peace out to all who are currently in the midst of their own storm.
And may you feel the solid rock beneath you. May you feel the anchor holding you fast. And may you always, always be aware of the profound peace that resides within you. Go in peace.
And may that peace go with you.